last time on the Titans of Alterra.
Winnie, this is for you. You're supposed to head to the command building right away.
Oh my gosh, what the heck?
Ragnar! Dalfin! Hey! I was summoned to the High Captain.
The High Captain? The gnomes have uncovered some ancient ruins. They've requested that I send a team. This is Joan Stormcrown.
Hello. I think I know both of you.
4 brilliant orbs of light shoot forth from the stone symbol, one to each of you, hits you in the chest, and seems to embed itself in you, and you are each shown a single vision.
No one can force you to serve one god or the other. It is ultimately your choice.
But you're not evil. You're not violent. You don't seek war and...
But I also refuse to sit on the sidelines and let the world turn without my ability to influence it.
Then why are you telling me?
I believe there is much change to come soon.
You must choose, Joan. Knowledge or your friends.
Why can't you have friends and knowledge? Does nobody like smart people?
Choose knowledge, and all will be made known to you. Choose your friends, and there will be much you never know. Questions you can never answer.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn around and go through the door.
Thank you, Joan. I am Artemis. For now, I give you my strength.
And you have control of the goat golem.
Holy cannoli.
Relnor Windhelm, servant of Lestrade, protector of your people and keeper of the sea. It is with every honor and right afforded me as High Captain that I present you with your father's bow. To accept this, you must be ready to serve and willing to sacrifice. You have your father's blood in my heart. May the wind ever be at your back, boy. And may you break every wave.
As my first act as captain, I get to choose my crew, correct?
Aye.
Joan, Dalfin, Winnie,
Yes.
you're hereby assigned to my crew.
Whoa, Captain! Everything in me bones tells me that something bad has started. There's someone behind all of this and we don't know who it is.
My friend, there are secrets everywhere.
I am convinced that these ancient ruins are all that's left of civilizations that was far more advanced.
And you see a little yellow light kind of start to glimmer out from under your bed covers.
Winnie,
What?
can you hear me?
Yeah. Wait, who are you?
I can't remember my name.
And it looks like a little girl with a horn coming out of her forehead.
You're kind of shiny. What if we call you Penny?
Penny?
Yeah.
I like that name. That's a good name.
Well, good to meet you, Penny. I'm Winnie.
Miscreant is writing. He's writing. He writes for the master.
Who is the master?
Preparation. He speaks. You speak to me. And I write.
What are you writing for me?
Not the master. Master knows.
Yep.
The time has come. Time is up. No more time. Time to start. End of time. And then end. And you see 4 symbols carved into his chest start to glow with bright light. His mouth start to widen and almost like teeth start to grow out of it.
Really don't
And
like
so
it.
he just and as he laughs, just starts to expand. Oh, dude.
Let's retreat to the golem.
Joan, you're going towards the golem?
Yes. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
The golem is up.
Natural 20.
Yes, holy cow. She takes the bulk of the goat and just leans it and just slams it down on this worm creature.
I think we found out how they snuck into Lestrade.
Here, as the light rises, a young Erden, glowing as the sky, and he kind of gestures to then Joan, who's floating in front of everyone,
We fulfill a prophecy.
Yep.
takes hold of the earth and brings the shade.
Urong with the fell hammer is coming to take over your lands. We are gathering and uniting the Erden to fight back. Hey, Penny.
Hi, Winnie.
What you doing?
There's something happening in the south.
Is it a good something or bad something?
It's familiar, like I've felt it before.
Well then, let's go, shall we?
You think we can?
I think we can.
You cannot fly.
I know.
And then he grabs you by the collar, and you both leap off of the cliff.
Oh my God! Why would you do that?
His duster spreads open and becomes a pair of wings. And the two of you start soaring over the countryside. You are reckless.
I'm reckless.
I leapt because I knew I could fly.
Maybe.
I want to give you power, but I cannot trust you with that power.
But you're not just a program, are you? You were a person once.
We all were.
And right now, I'm talking to the person, not the program. I need you to do the right thing, so that I can also do the right thing, and maybe you can help me make my right things righter.
All right. Are you ready?
So ready.
Delphin, for now, my power is yours.
All right.
It's time.
Archimedes, onward and upward, my friend.
Let's fly.
Let's fly. Yoo-hoo!
Captain Relnor, I am Orung, the Fellhammer. Clearly, you've seen the corruption, the broken state of it all.
Walking prophecy coming along tends to make people rethink what they're going about.
What do you know of prophecy?
Admittedly, not a lot. I do know that myself and my companions are the prophesied bringers of shade.
The bringers of shade. I'm impressed. Of course it would take such a coincidence to gain the favor of the Erden. Let me give you a prophecy. We will destroy you all, unless you bow. This is my only act of mercy.
I'll say our answer doesn't change.
This is the goddess, the keeper, Valis Soul. You may go, Grafar. Leave me with the child.
Hello, your goddessness,
I am not a goddess.
your keeperness.
That I am. Why have you come to the well?
Winnie just kind of does a little sidestep and holds out her hand to motion a little bit Van White style to Penny.
Yes. You carry with you a spirit bond.
I do. And you are the only other being that can see her besides me. So believe me, it's a huge relief.
Such a little broken stone. You were given a vision.
I was.
And why are you here?
I'm trying to get Penny back home. I'm trying to help her figure out where she came from. We think she's really powerful.
She is. Much of her power is untapped. There is little I can do for Penny. The world must move, and I must watch.
I'm glad somebody's watching.
I will grant you a gift, but this gift will come with a promise.
Think I can do that? What's the promise, though?
During my age, we were able to activate these technologies, to use them at our will, because we had learned how to awaken what was inside.
Mm-hmm.
That has been forgotten. I will awaken you, but you may never tell of where you gained this knowledge or the well to a single soul.
I know you don't know me very well, Mrs. Keeperness. I am a really good secret keeper.
Step forward.
I go, Relnor! Relnor, come look!
Delphin?
Yeah, boy! I got some former power, friend! I can do it! I am ready to go! I got patience. Oh, maybe I should wait here.
Winnie,
Yes.
you, Ordu, and about 15 other orcs from the well are cresting a small hill and are now seeing this massive combat.
Let's do this.
Erden, we gather here today not as clans, but as one people, fighting for our lives and our children's lives. Fight with honor, fight with strength, and we will survive. We are Erden True.
You see a larger hand burst forth from the ground, kind of around you guys, and slam onto the surface of the ground. And then a big old kind of cannon kind of thing just kind of comes out and hits the ground, and a form that seems almost humanoid but kind of not still lifts itself from the ground with you kind of still on top of it.
How big is this thing?
It's probably about 70 feet tall.
Oh, what? Oh my gosh! This is like a Titan to a Titan.
Winnie,
All right.
you are on his arm.
For Valisol! And then, like, as I bring my hand down onto the cannon gun hand thing, I'm going to whisper, for Penny. And then I want to sense whatever I can to do to the arm.
Sense yourself being inside it a little bit. Like
Yeah.
you see the battle almost from its vantage point, and you sense a pair of eyes that have just opened, almost in the back of your mind, staring, kind of boring into your mind.
Oh boy.
Then you see this woman wrapped in golden light stepping before you and then punching forward. And you feel the shadow and the darkness just kind of like leave.
Yeah.
And you hear this voice in your mind say, for Winnie. And
I'm going to cry.
and then you're back in your body and you see
I'm legitimately
you hear this deep rumble come from within the Titan, and it kind of starts falling to its knee, and the Titan just breaks apart into pieces.
Oh!
Completely.
Snap.
Falls to the ground. All the pieces fall off. Everything's broken. And you just hear several horns blast off from the orc side, and they're all running now. Full retreat. The war, for now, has been ended.
Where's Orung?
The body of Orung lays right below Dalfin's
Is he alive?
golem, and you can just barely see some breath coming in and out.
Captain, I got him right here. What do we do?
Let's get some shackles on him.
We need more than shackles. This is Orung. This thing just turned into a giant monster.
When he says, is he dead?
It isn't over. You haven't won.
Ronar, let me kill him, please.
Haven't won what?
You think I act alone?
We know you don't act alone. You have Titans.
We took you down, we'll take them down too.
You're already too late. You won't have a home to return to.
Oh, crap.
What do you mean?
He's awakened. He's finally awakened.
And
That's ominous.
then you see his body start to kind of
Oh, like a Titan would.
fade like the Titans would. And that's the end of Orung.
Whew. He's gone.
There is an elf from the north here in the camp to speak with the four of you. The four kingdoms have turned against themselves.
Oh, great.
We kind of saw that one coming a little bit, didn't we, guys?
The white priests
Yeah.
and their followers have united with the dwarves, and they've launched a full-scale assault on Alestria.
Of course they have. They are so
I
full of
didn't like
themselves,
the
those white priests.
This is white priest.
Yeah, says Winnie and just looks at Joan because she doesn't know what she's talking about.
I just got word and knew that you were here
Where
with your golem.
Thank you.
We got another one.
Yeah, we have two now.
My gut says you'll need them.
What makes you think you're worthy?
I've earned the trust of a cleric, a halfling, and an incredible gnome wizard. And if I can't succeed, I hope my crew will be there for me. And hopefully that's good enough.
Before you see a massive stone wolf. There's a figure with its back turned to you, and it's wearing a very familiar blue uniform.
Have I done good?
And then he kind of turns, and you see your dad's face exactly as you remember it, looking hard at you.
Son, you've always been good enough. Wearing my
uniform won't make you me, and holding the rank of High Captain won't make you Harris, and having a golem won't make you Joan. Who you are is who you're meant to be. There's no measure greater than that.
I will hug my dad.
I am Guinevere. For now, my power is yours.
Nice to meet you, Guinevere.
It is good to finally meet you. I would never settle for a host who was not his own, and I am glad that you are. Let me show you what we can do. You see Winnie's eyes, almost like a darkness starts to kind of leak out from them, and the runes and symbols start to spread across her face from her eyes, but they're all black. It's not, there's no light to them. And they're almost kind of emitting a darkness.
That's not good.
Winnie, you see a vision, and then you're back in your body, and the...
Joan, I saw the guy. Oh, I don't feel so good.
You saw him? Where did you see him?
No, I went to like a stone place thing and I saw a dwarf and I saw him and it was really scary, Joan, and my head just hurt so much. I should look closer, but I was so scared.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
You don't look well.
Relnar,
Winnie?
the Dwarven city. Kaz Carrig. Is it a big stone place? Because, you know, dwarves and stone.
Yep.
Okay, well, that was the room I was in, so...
I think that's our purpose.
We need to go east.
Winnie, you find yourself awash in darkness.
Like not normal sleep darkness?
Not normal sleep
Okay.
darkness. And you just kind of feel this thing almost like inspecting you.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear a voice speaking. It is weak and damaged. Does it wish for strength? Does it ask for my power? And then you feel like you're given a window to a vast expanse of legitimately just power. It almost feels like an ocean of strength.
Jeez.
It does not move. And you sense it almost like becomes more aware of you. It says, wait,
Well, that's the opposite of what I wanted.
I have seen this one before. Now you're beginning to feel this presence start to try and invade your mind. He sees you at the battle of the war at the World Bridge.
Oh, okay.
So it was you. He was one of my favorites. He sees you with Bordeaux and Bertul armored up and glowing on the top of that hill and starts to follow that memory back.
Stop touching me!
It wakes. What are you?
I'm a Dumplekin.
Where is my sister? Valus Soul. I know you know her. You've clearly been touched. I removed all awakening. It would take another keeper to do the same. You feel like you get kind of your feet underneath you mentally. You're able to kind of push him out. And Joan, you see the shadow stuff again.
And I go, ah!
Just kind of wash off of her face. I'm glad you came, Winnie.
I'm glad I came too.
I know the same way that my trust was betrayed by someone who was meant to protect me, that yours was too.
Yeah, it was.
I needed Borst in my life, and if you'll let me, I want to be what he was for me, for you.
I'd like that. I'd like that a lot.
And then she gets close to you and she puts her hands around your face, similar to what Borst did.
I put my hands on her hands.
And she says, then Winifred, all my power is yours. Out of nowhere, a massive stone rhinoceros just charges through the Kazkarig like inner walls and rams itself with its horn
I'm really glad that I took to the ceiling.
right into this magma titan, and his form turns to face you, Winnie. And you actually see some of the stones broken away, and you see a face, like the head of Wilbert, kind of sticking out from amidst the stones. This is enough. I don't want to kill you. You've seen him. I know you have. Why don't you just accept the light? Join us. We can make a better world.
How dare you? How dare you think that he is the way to go? When he threatens people's lives and makes parents turn against children and makes me try and turn against my friends, and I won't do it, Wilbert.
He's not the one ruining this world.
Back off, Wilbert.
I'm sorry. It has to be like this.
And then you see the stones around his head kind of like cave in and encase him again.
Okay, Penny, I think we got this. And
You can do it, Winnie.
Ba-bam!
As you ba-bam.
Get him, Winnie!
The first one, you just see the whole form shake and tremble. And with your second blow, all of the stones and everything just blast apart. And you see a humanoid figure go tumbling through the air and then hit the ground, kind of rolling in a skid. Dalphin, you get to Wilbert, but you actually see that he's still barely breathing.
I'm gonna kneel down by him.
Okay.
I'm gonna cradle his head. I'm gonna say, Gods, Wilbert, why'd you have to kill Donnie?
It's the wrong world. It's the wrong world.
It's the only one we got.
We could have so much more.
Not your way. I just shake my head.
And he disappears into the air. Six months later, we're in the city of Kazkarik, just outside. The aggressor golem is standing on its feet out in a field outside of the city's walls, just as a massive titan, but humanoid in shape, rippling with muscles and more of a single eye at the top, slams into her, and the both of them are grappling hand to hand. Winnie, what do you do?
I punch it.
Go ahead. Roll me a punch.
19.
Okay.
To hit.
The two of you are grappling, pushing and pulling against each other. You release one hand, and this kind of giant cyclops-like monster kind of almost lumbers into you as you pull that hand back and then rocket it back up into its chest.
Woo!
And go ahead and roll the damage.
29.
29 damage?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. As you do that, it stumbles backwards, and we move up to the peaks of the mountain, where on one of the outcroppings sits the sniper golem. Just take your time, breathe, and when you're ready.
As I exhale, I take my shot.
Okay,
25 to hit.
that is a hit.
All right.
As the blast fires out from your long rifle, it almost makes this kind of like crackling sound as it kind of blasts right into this titan's chest. Almost like falls backward, but just catches itself.
And then that does 36 damage.
At that very moment, though, the warrior golem slides in.
I'm going to make a multi-attack.
Go for it.
20?
Okay, that's a hit.
14 damage.
First blade slices in. Go ahead and give me the next one.
Second one.
Okay.
32. 19 damage on that one. And then 17 to hit.
That is a miss.
Ooh.
So you step in with the warrior golem and its long blade, and you slash it in like almost lightning speed back and forth. But just as you kind of get as you're getting ready to do a finishing blow, it lumbers almost out of the way, and your blade clears it. And the titan then begins charging towards the now undefended kingdom walls. And as it approaches, getting ever so close, the defender golem steps in and blocks the titan from charging into the walls.
I am going to attempt a multi-attack. That's a 14 for the first one.
It's not a hit.
Oh, but that's a 28 to
That
hit.
is a hit. Go ahead and roll me that damage.
16 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so Joan, just as the Titan is about to slam into the outer walls of Kazkarik, you jump in with your golem, absorbing the slam attack with your double shields. You then push it back, and your first slam lands right in front of it, but then right on your second slam, you crumple the entire Titan to the ground, and it falls and then slowly begins to fade. And just as you do that, you hear an erupting sound of cheers coming out from the kingdom. As you then can see kind of beside her and all along the city walls are people watching. And
It's better than Coliseum.
Can I yell at them?
you could, yeah.
Go back home. This isn't safe for you.
And they can't hear you over the
Yay, Jones
over the
Keith,
cheers.
Keith praise.
And you have defeated yet another Titan that has tried to attack the city of Kazkarag, which some might also know as New Lestrade. But yeah, that's
Shiny.
it's the home of the resistance against the current rulers of Alestria.
And I fly back and forth across the crowd saying, make some noise!
And they cheer and applaud. And yeah, it's people are just overjoyed and amazed at you guys and what you're capable of doing. You are the heroes
Pow, pow.
of the kingdom, and are very much celebrated, because if it were not for you, these Titans would have long ago wreaked havoc on this. And after that, as a congratulations for all of you coming back for season 2, you're now 1 level higher after that.
Oh.
So throughout the 6 months, you guys have fought several Titans, so I only thought it befitting that you level up
Woo!
Our Titan?
between...
Our golem?
You guys.
Oh, okay, cool.
7,
So-
baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm 1 level ahead of
You're
you
We're
guys.
7.
You're 8, which is a really big level, but
I'm level 8 already?
yeah.
Wow, you did so
crap.
much work. For that.
I gotta do work.
Being awakened kind of gave you that boost upwards. So
Everyone loves me, right?
Yes.
He's someone to wake
everyone
up.
loves you.
Of course.
All right, guys.
I meant these
congratulations.
3. Yes.
So this is, you guys haven't done this a lot. This is probably the third. No, let's say this is the 4th golem a Titan attack since you guys have kind of set up shop in Kazkarag. For our listeners, there's now an amalgamation of a bunch of different people who still hold to the original 4 Kingdoms Accord, but for the most part, the 4 Kingdoms have split into 2 alliances, and this Kazkarag has now become the host of the resistance against the White Order and the Dwarves who have taken over Alestria. So,
Sweet.
just another day at the office, guys. What do you do? What do you do now that you've defeated the Titan?
How'd we do, Penny?
So, are you in rhinoceros form?
Yep, I shift back to rhinoceros form.
Rhinoceros.
That is going to not be an easy name.
That was just great, Winnie. We really showed that monster what's what.
Question. Do we hear Penny as well or no?
No.
Okay, so our voices are still exclusive, even though
Still
we can hear each other.
exclusive to your own.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
cool.
But yeah, the city gates open up, and there's thunderous applause. Do you guys take the golems inside the city?
I transform into the hawk and land on Winnie's back.
Okay.
What's up, Dolphin?
Winnie, that was awesome.
Boom, boom. I mean, boom, boom, as in like, yeah, not boom, boom, as in like circle sword.
I miss Terry.
Yeah, me too.
Are you guys?
Terry?
Are you guys?
How many does that
all
make
going
this
in?
week?
We're walking into the city, Dolphin and I.
Relnor, Joan,
Yes.
you
I'm-
following them? or-
Yes. But I am not engaging. I'm just following them.
Was that Dolphin?
Oh, I was going to say, that's 1 point for Joan. I've been keeping track of who gets the finishing blow.
Oh, where are we at score wise?
I'm not sure how many have we killed.
4.
4?
This is your 4th.
Ronor's got 1. You've got 1.
I should say that the second attack was 2
At the same
Titans.
time?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you.
And then Winnie got both those.
So what are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
I'm trying.
You're helping.
I'm helping.
Yeah.
I'm a helper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've gotten really good at being patient.
Thank you. I'm trying.
Basically, what happens, Dolphin, is you get them down to like 2 health points. Oh, wait, that's too meta. They don't do health
That's what I
points.
get for attacking first, I guess.
But you're still waiting before you attack. It's very good.
Yeah, well, I get the voice in my head saying, wait.
Does it sound like that?
Wait.
No, what does
No,
it
it's
sound
something
like?
wait. No.
Shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah.
And in a split instant, the golem turns off.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
It turns back on.
Oh, yeah.
At least he's on my back. He's still moving.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Arch.
So I'm gonna deactivate my golem. Get
Yeah,
out.
I'll park my golem as well.
Okay, so there are spaces near the city walls for you guys to kind of set your golems.
Okay, backing
Since
up.
that's typically where you are taking them, is in front of the city.
Yeah.
And your butt blinks.
Okay. All right. All right, you're there. Okay. All right. So the goat sits and
That's what he does when he's
Turns
annoyed
off.
with me. Okay.
And then when you lock it, it goes.
So-
Boink, boink.
yep. So you step out and there are people cheering and celebrating and clapping.
I am now wearing pants because you
don't have the robe on anymore.
no, because pants allow me to be more mobile.
Okay.
And I have a cape
Yes.
so that I can still wear my insignia proudly.
Yes. And you
Nice.
rather than having a big mace that you carry
Yes.
with you, you have a long staff with a mace with a small mace-like head at the top.
Yes, and I would like to say now, improv, throwing you a curveball.
Go for it.
The insignia is also carved into the staff.
Oh, I like that. I like
Nice.
that. The insignia of knowledge.
Yes,
Cool. And you've got a
Profound.
scarf
yes, and I have a scarf too.
with that insignia on it as well. Cool. Any different hair? Still the pixie cut?
Still pixie cut, well swooped to the side,
Dig it. Dig it.
so it's out of my eyes.
Nice. Nice. Who's parking their golem next?
Am I still on top of the rhino?
Are you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That's where we left you
Yeah,
last.
I jumped out, slid off the horn, jumped on the ground.
Okay. Okay.
I have modified my traditional gi that I
Yes.
wore for a more kind of streamlined look. Like my pant legs are tucked into my feet wrappings,
Okay.
and my sleeves are also tucked into my hand wrappings. So
Yep.
it's a more sleek look.
Yeah.
I now
A
have
little bit of stubble on the chin.
I have a little bit of stubble on my chin. I'm becoming a man. And
Is it like good stubble or like that's
Like, it's like this will turn into
stringy?
something?
it's like
or-
acceptable for my
Okay.
age
Okay.
and maturity
cool.
level.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
I mean,
Um,
halflings are pretty hairy in general.
They
right?
are, yeah, but they don't usually have like full-grown beards.
True.
You know what I mean?
Are you keeping your scroll with you? Is that with you still, or is
My
that
scroll's in my room right now.
Okay,
But I have
okay.
consolidated to one giant scroll as opposed to 3 big scrolls.
Okay? Cool. I wasn't sure if you kept that with you at all times.
Yes,
Okay.
not all times. No.
Okay.
That'd be too encumbering.
All
to
right.
tell you.
You have a bunch of
also-
kids.
I also
come
have
up.
goggles.
Oh yeah, you have goggles.
I have goggles.
Do you pull them up after you kind of done flying around?
Yeah.
Cool. You have a bunch of kids come over and want to get high fives and stuff.
and I'm high-fiving the kids. I'm jumping and high-fiving the adults.
Yeah. So cool. Loving the praise and
Oh, yeah.
admiration.
I'm eating it up.
It's like nothing you ever got in Lestrade.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were never the cool guy.
Yeah, and now I am.
Really
Yeah.
drive
Nobody
that point
ever
home.
I just want to make it really clear.
Yeah, no one ever liked
Yeah.
you.
No one.
Thanks, Josh.
There is a small order of monks that have kind of set up home here as well from
Cool.
Lestrade and some from Alestria. So
Or who are they led by?
who is the gal that Relnor hit with
Was
an
it
arrow?
Esther? Was that her name?
Is that it? Yeah.
I don't
No,
know what you're talking
Sister
about.
Sally.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Sally? Or was
Okay.
it Sarah?
Sister Sally.
Sally. Okay. So
I'm like
yeah.
95%
No,
sure.
We'll call it Sally.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. So Sally.
So if that's her name, it's the same
Sally is
person,
the
it's
current
not?
leader. So she's one of the.
She's limping around somewhere
She's one of
here.
the most powerful monks. That's why she was part of that group
Cool.
fighting the
Yeah,
Titan.
yeah.
So she's the one currently leading that.
Cool.
So Winnie, since Dalvin got out, I'm assuming you're out next.
Yep.
Tell us what you look like. What's changed?
Yeah. Not a lot.
Okay.
On the outside, a lot on the inside.
Right.
you want
that's
to talk about
great.
that?
Counts. Winnie hops out of the golem, slides out, whatever.
You've got armor on now, right?
Yeah, I'm wearing the cool well armor.
Yes.
Which nobody knows why I call it well armor, I guess.
Do you call it that?
Oh, no.
No, I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
It's called Secret Well Armor.
Yeah.
Bertul's still around, right?
He is actually. He's waiting for you just outside your golem, and he has kind of the case that you guys keep the armor in. So if you're
Cool.
wanting to take it off once you get out, you can.
All right, so I pop out of the golem and I kind of start unhooking armor pieces.
It actually magically floats.
He's like your squire.
That's awesome.
So as you take it off, it actually kind of magically floats
Can
off.
I do the cool like Tony Stark like flick motions with my hands to like make them
100%.
come off?
Yeah, yeah,
oh,
My
sweet.
gosh.
And people go nuts. Like
That's
everyone is just
amazing.
adoring it. They
So
absolutely
now,
love
continuing in the Tony Stark vein, I climb up onto the rhino's horn. I pointed the head downwards, so
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I
yeah.
use it as my mobile office, and I
Yes.
hop out and I pull out a tablet
it. Yes.
because I have exchanged my spell book for a much more compact, Winnie-sized stone tablet.
And thanks to your help, they were actually able to find some of that ancient technology here in Kazkarig, which is also part of where the library's been set up. So
I'm a tech wizard, yo.
a lot of that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
cool.
So, by the way, what are you telling people when they're asking you like about these abilities and you're unlocking all this ancient technology?
I'm calling magic.
Okay.
I mean,
just-
and I'm sort of like, I don't even know how this works.
But some of the wizards who have wanted to kind of like like test you and try and figure out what you're doing?
Yeah.
Have you acquiesced? Or are you like avoiding anyone kind of studying your new abilities?
I mean, because I'm the only one they've seen that has this, I kind of play it off as like we have to be really careful.
Okay. Nice.
Like we don't want to stress it because it might go away.
Right on.
Right. So I've asked them to be observational and not interventional.
Right
if
on.
that makes sense. They can watch and take notes, but they cannot poke, prod, or otherwise try to manipulate it because I keep saying it might go away.
Okay.
Which is actually roundaboutly true. Now that I think about it.
Right on.
That, I thought that was a lie.
You're not necessarily lying.
It's not. Yeah.
Bertul takes your armor in the case, and he's just able to kind of hoist it over his shoulder because he's a big boy. He thinks of himself as kind of your just not servant, but like he serves you. If that makes sense. Like a butler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
That's so
He's the Wiggins to
embarrassing.
your Governor Radcliffe. Bertul Buddles. Ooh, there you go.
yeah.
He's a Bertler.
Yeah.
A Bertler.
All right, Relnor, you step out of the wolf golem, and what's changed? How do you look?
So I have traded in my dress blues for more combat-oriented clothing.
Okay.
So I have a shorter brown jacket on. I have a holster on one thigh that has my hand crossbow, and then my short sword is strapped to my other leg. And then on my back, I have Obid's greatsword.
Yeah. Right on.
Strapped to my back.
Love it.
My beard is grown out just a little bit.
A little past regulation.
Just a little less time with all the strategizing and the combat.
And there are some captains that love, that you've kind of come into your own and kind of are making your own name for yourself outside of just being another captain of Lestrade. But there are some who see your more cosmetic changes, like not wearing your Lestrade blues, and don't like it. Oh. So typical Relnor, causing a little bit of controversy with about everything he does.
Classic.
He doesn't even try. It's just like part of being a military guy. Yeah.
So you guys now have kind of free reign of the city at the moment. You all are aware that there are about 5 or 6 kind of heads of the different kingdoms and groups that are kind of being supportive of this alliance. The kind of ruling bodies will be meeting this evening.
As the golem gods and the bringers of shade, do we participate in these meetings?
I was gonna ask that.
Yeah, you guys do go to those meetings.
All right, cool.
We're important.
Yeah, it's like another meeting.
Yeah, but I will say that more or less you guys aren't viewed as having like authority over the peoples. So you're kind of there, and you can have a voice if you want, but a lot of the things they discuss aren't things that they're looking for your opinions on.
But they need us.
100%. This whole alliance would be broken without you. Yeah. You're the heroes of Kazkarik.
We're pivotal, but inconsequential in decision making.
Yeah.
Did my fair
Feels good.
parents?
Yeah, that's annoying.
Did my parents make it back? Do I know where they are?
that's right.
Leonard and Kimber Dumplekin
Yes, they
Esquire.
did. They did make it back.
Yay!
Yes.
Yep.
And they are avid supporters of the new High Captain, Tuilia, who led the kind of escape from Lestrade, as some people were starting to kind of side with Alestria in this kind of civil war that's happening in the Four Kingdoms.
I thought you were going to say they were avid supporters of the golem gods, and I was like, oh. Picture Kimber with a little flag.
Very few people view you guys as gods.
No, yeah.
But they view you as super powerful heroes. Yes. That's kind of the...
Like star basketball players.
Yes.
I'll take that for now.
Yeah.
I call Michael Jordan.
I want to be...
Fine.
No, not Kobe.
I'm Scottie Pippen.
So where are you guys going? Are you guys going to go rest up? Are you going to go where you currently live?
I'm going to go to the nearest pub,
Nice.
order some food.
Guess who's there?
Oh!
Who is there?
Your friend
Dan.
and now business partner, Dan.
Yeah, boy, right.
Dan of Relnor and Dan's Bulls.
And
deep plates.
My
Oh,
deep.
that's right. They're called
That's
deep
right.
plates.
Relnor and Dan's deep plates. That's what it's called. That's what it's called.
That's so much better.
He was
I
like,
love
And
it.
your
Chambers
soups,
TM
my deep
2019.
plates. And Dan was like, sign me up, buddy. So Dan is now opulently wealthy, and that based on thanks to
Dan
you.
knows a good opportunity when he
not
sees one.
only are
We're
not only
financing
Yeah.
the defense of the
Yeah,
city.
not
of-
only
Dan and Rono's deep plates.
not only are you
I would eat there.
are you such a
Not even
controversial
lying.
military leader, but you're also a business owner, which causes
entrepreneur.
all kinds of other controversies. And those from the Merchant Council of Alestria are really interested in your blueprints for your deep plate. I mean,
And people are like trying to rip you off, but like it's not working. Like
Yes.
deep spoons don't really go. It's like, no, it's a ladle. Deep cups, it's like we already have those. They're called cups.
Deep forks, it's like, but why?
Yeah, deep forks. No, deep. None of it's working.
anyway, so you step into Deep Plates, the renowned tavern and bar here in town.
Yeah.
And there's a big old beautiful painting of you on
People
the wall.
need hope in this time, man.
Dan insisted. I don't know if
Dan's
he wanted
Deep
that or
Plates
not,
is
but
where you go.
Yep.
he's kind of branding it around you, so he's kind of made you
Oh, Lord.
so you walk in and everyone's like, "Hey, Relnor," and there's some political figures that are there that kind of want you to come over and talk to their table. A couple of the counselors from the Merchant Council.
Ooh, you're hot stuff. Look at
So
you.
do you go over say hi?
Yeah, I'll yeah, I can go over and
Okay.
say hi.
Sirius Kane. He's a short, ginger-haired man
Probably the coolest name you've ever come
with
up
He's
with.
a
by the way.
serious
with
king.
a generous portion of laugh lines on his kind of old face. Is sitting there with some of his kind of lackeys, or not lackeys, but kind of
Peons, henchmen.
people who work for him. He's dressed in really fine robes, and he's got a very nice deep plate of chicken soup. The Relnor Classic is what it's called there, and there is chicken in it.
It's soup. It has chicken in it.
And he says, "Oh, hello, Relnor. This is a fine establishment you've made for yourself. I trust you were successful." And he kind of like holds up a pint.
Well, I have to give a lot of the thanks to Dan. He's a great businessman.
Well, Dan kept our bellies full while you kept our city safe. It's a good pair, I say.
Thank you.
I know that that Dan's resources come from rather local things, but my men have been able to procure some very fine food ingredients for the city, and we'd love to partner with the two of you in some way.
I'm going to have to refer you to Dan. He really handles all of that.
Well, thank you very much for your... We need to get dinner again sometime. I'll have you over, say hi to the missus and the children.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And then he kind of shouts out, "One around on me for the hero!" And then everyone kind of cheers. And so, what do you do?
I'm going to look to the room and pose just like my portrait.
right in front of it. Yeah,
A little sheen comes off his teeth.
the portrait is you in kind of your classic blues. That's
Yeah.
but yeah. What are the rest of you guys up to? Is there people you want to meet and talk to?
I would
or-
like to go talk to Alora.
Alora? Okay. So she's at the kind of library that you guys have kind of established. But you make your way kind of deeper into the further you guys get into the mountains, the less popularized it becomes and the more distribution stuff for the merchants, and then also kind of official military places, kind of like the command building in Lestrade. It's more of a place for organization and stuff like that. So you pass kind of some of the monk temples and some of the different places for the different merchant guilds, and then kind of as you get further back, you find this kind of alcove that you guys have kind of discovered with Winnie's help that leads into this huge room that's lit up and glowing with ancient runes. And there are lots of books, as many as Alora and her clerics and attendants could bring from the great library in Lestrade, which was sadly burned amidst the kind of chaos within the city. But they saved as much as they could.
Rip.
She's just working there.
They're the real heroes, man.
Kind of ordering some people around, but it's rather quiet and kind of studied. Everyone's doing something.
I approach Alora.
She's sitting down there writing and scribing as she's looking at things. Doesn't really notice you yet.
Well, that's another one.
Oh, Joan. Yes. Thank you. You fought another Titan.
Yes,
downed it. It was kind of gross looking. I mean, they
What,
all are, but
she kind of like gestures, and one of the scribes comes over with a parchment. She goes, "Would you be willing to describe it for us?"
kind of looked like a cyclops-ish thing, but it had like
Single eye.
yeah, with stones on its like leathery skin.
This one had flesh.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Note that. Would you rate this as being stronger or weaker than those we've faced in the past?
Hard to say. I downed it, so probably not that strong.
So perhaps one of the weaker ones.
Yeah, probably.
This fights our logic. We were assuming that the more humanoid the form, the stronger the Titan.
Yeah, but humans really aren't that great, so
We are all humanoid.
yeah, you're right. You're
I'm
right.
super humanoid.
Hey, where's Jerry?
He died.
He perished.
Jeremy
In the escape.
and out from around the corner is a bejeweled attendant.
Bejeweled.
Yeah, well, you've been able to dote on him as your favorite.
Yeah, he's my
And,
squire.
Yeah, she hates him
He's your padre.
because
he's my
he did
pod.
nothing intellectual to gain his station other than you just thinking he's fun.
Yeah,
And,
he's fun. Sorry, I like to have fun.
So
The red god's coming out of her.
yeah, so she says, "Thank you, Joan. I must get back to my work."
I was wondering if you'd heard anything from, Davi.
No, we have not heard any word yet from Alestria, and no sign of her has come up. Your friend Michael Reed, he has spies in Alestria, from what I understand, and we have not heard word from them, but perhaps he has heard something new.
All right.
And you know that you sent him out a while back
Yep.
to find an elder from the
Yes.
elf city.
Yes. To help collect information.
Yes.
What up, Jer Bear?
He smiles and nods.
Added another tally. Took one down. Kill
Okay.
count 1 for us.
Gives you a big thumbs up,
Yeah.
and then raises his hand for your secret handshake.
Yeah, secret
Okay.
handshake.
What's the secret handshake entail?
Imagine
Some
that.
snaps in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh.
Very cool and impressive and hard for anybody to do.
Did you see the part where Jerry did a backflip?
Yeah, we all saw.
Theater of the mind. Theater of the mind.
Alura's gone now. She's now found another place to work.
I don't understand why you hate Jerry so much.
I don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
Is there anything you're wanting to do while you're here?
Did I see any markings on this Titan?
Glyphs?
Yeah.
Roll me a investigation.
While she does that, Winnie enters.
Awesome. So you're following in.
Yeah, left
Great.
the tool out with the rhino.
10.
You didn't see anything that would have made sense as a glyph.
Okay.
Hey, Joan, what's up?
Oh, just trying to collect my thoughts and write down what I can remember from our fight. Did you see any glyphs on the Titan?
Am I rolling?
Yes,
You can, yeah.
are.
Do a perception though.
Oh.
8.
8. You did not notice any kind of marking like features on the
I
Titan.
probably should have noticed because I was like a foot from it the whole time, but I did not notice anything.
You were a little busy.
Focus on fighting.
You know.
I have a D&D question. I've never thought about
We're
this
playing
before.
D&D, so that makes sense.
Passive perception does not trump a poor perception roll, does it?
Past perception.
I've never played in a game where that was actually used.
It comes up a lot with stealth.
Yeah,
But I never thought
also
about
like traps.
passive versus,
It's
I gotta
important
roll
for
this.
traps and things. Like
Yeah.
it should be like if there's a trap that you would beat with your passive wisdom, you should be able to sense it.
Okay.
For this, because it's so specific, I just wanted a perception check.
Yeah. So, any news from Alora? Did she find anything?
No, we haven't heard anything.
Okay.
And you actually hear Alora coming back. Now she hears Winnie's voice. She says, Winnibrit,
Hi, Alora.
we have found another door. Would you be so willing to open it for us?
Oh, yeah. Do we need to have some guys ready just in case?
Oh, of course. And she kind of calls, and some of the...
Oh, hey, Jerry. What's up, Jerry?
He gives you finger guns.
His character would be a lot funnier if he could talk. You wouldn't have to describe everything that he does.
That's too bad. And a couple of the Lestrade guards, or the guards from Lestrade,
Yeah.
who kind of help keep this area.
Yeah.
They come back to follow you guys to the door.
Cool. Winnie twirls her wand of fireballs just in case.
Nice.
And then I walk up to the door.
Okay. And it has several different glyphs on it. You know the best way to do it is kind of press your hand to whatever it is, and then you can kind of gain insight as to the kind of usage of the thing. You're still kind of edging into it, and it's more like you can understand the glyphs once you're interacting with them.
Yeah.
Which has kind of helped you to identify what different glyphs mean. It's not like you were given a wealth of language, but you were given the ability to kind of tap into that language.
Yeah. Winnie forgets a lot, and so she gets all nervous and like tries to puzzle it out. It's good because it makes it look like she's working really hard.
Yeah. And they have no idea how you do it. So
The
they're
semblance of busyness rather than the actual. Okay.
They're just waiting in awe of you. So the guards are prepared. Allura looks kind of excited.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. And she puts her hand on the door.
The glyphs on the door begin to glow, like some of the ones earlier in that room. There's one glyph you understand means depth.
Okay.
And another glyph that you know, which means heat. And the door itself kind of splits, and you now have a large hallway that moves downwards, deeper into the mountains.
Okay.
Do you want to go with them in there?
Yeah.
You're going to start exploring?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so Winnie, you and the guards and Allura. Joan, are you with this group? Are you staying up?
No, I'll be with them.
Okay. So that kind of small group, you guys start making your way down this darker cave, and we're going to move from there to Dalphin. What are you up to, man?
I was high-fiving people, jumping around.
Yeah.
And I see Sister Sally,
Yes.
and so I jump into a back handspring, do a couple somersault flips, and I land right in front of her on one knee with my hand up in the air for a high five.
She kind of breathes and then reaches her hand out and just touches it to yours.
Yep. And I jump up and I go, yeah!
Hello, Brother Dalphin.
Hey, Sally.
Are you going to be coming to the temple today?
Sure. What's up?
We've missed you in some of our meditations and would love for you to join us.
You know what? I'd be glad to grace your meditation with my meditation. I'll be there.
Very good. Are you available now?
Sure. And my stomach goes, after I grab a quick bite to eat.
Very well. And so she kind of like looks a little disappointed, but she says, "We will expect you as soon as you're available."
I'm going to grab a quick deep plate, and I'll be right there.
Very good. Okay. So you head over to Relnor and Dan's deep plates.
Yep.
You head in, and there's a eruption of applause and kind of cheers, but not like as loud as it was for Relnor. It's more like they're acknowledging you and some claps and stuff.
I'm like, so I'm just here to get some food. These guys. I hop up on a stool, and Dan, my man, deep plate.
You got it. And he pulls up a big old deep plate with some noodles and...
Is it like an extra deep plate that has my name on it?
Sure.
Like my personal own?
Yeah, you want your own?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want like the deepest of plates.
Okay. You have a plate that's half your size.
Yes.
And deepness. And he goes, and there's a little surprise in there for you.
What? I love eating surprises.
Ooh.
You're bold.
I go to town.
Okay, you go to town. There's a full roasted chicken inside.
And I pull it out by the leg, and I'm like, Dan, you're the best. Chicken and bones flying everywhere. Like people next to me are like wiping their faces off.
Just as you were pulling the chicken out, Sirius Kane was walking up to talk to you, and you rip it out.
I smack him in the face with
and
the chicken.
he just kind of goes, nah, and then leaves.
So I drop the last bone in my deep bowl, deep plate, and I go, "Bruh." Oh, thanks, Dan. I'm going to go meditate.
Nice.
I'm going to go meditate this chicken off.
All right. And we're going to go ahead and pause it there till next time.
Oh my gosh, such a little teaser.
Thank you guys so much for listening and for jumping back in with us season 2.
Welcome back.
We're back, baby.
Everything's the same, but everything's different.
I didn't think about that until like we were in it and he was getting his chicken bowl, and I was like, we're doing a lot of what we did the first episode, season 1.
Yep, loving it.
I wasn't sure what you guys were expecting coming in.
I expected it to be more haggard. Like, I expected people to be more, like, beat down and, like, they'd see us and be like,
Oh, they get to
Okay.
watch us kill Titans every day.
You know,
Are you
it
kidding?
was
They feel
like
pretty
that.
comfortable, it sounds
was
like.
like that for a little while at first. Like once it was kind of everyone was coming in as refugees and they were
Yeah.
trying to be settled. But after the first couple Titan attacks and everyone kind of
And we
despaired,
spanked
but
them
then
with
saw
these.
you guys just being heroic, it kind of that, and along with the help from the those from the merchants, the council of merchants that have found their way in,
are we going to get into that?
have helped create some stability in the whole place. Cool. So but there's a lot of people. This is bigger than Lestrade was. This place is now bigger than Alestria ever was. It's become one of the largest kingdoms in all of Altera.
Should we talk about this in our post show?
We are going to. So if you want to hear more or any of our other discussions, you can check out our post show by becoming a patron on patreon.com/the Titan Pod. But you don't have to. We love you just listening and are super grateful that you're here. And guys, I'm stoked for season 2. It's going to be fun. As always, for the Titans of Altera, I'm your host and Dungeon Master Joshua. Going around the table, we've got
Joan.
Deafin.
Winnie!
Relnor.
Thanks, everybody.